Nomination President, Mr. Shelly.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, Johnny Nays, Chief Justice Herb Yazzie, Vice President Jim, fellow colleagues of the 22nd Navajo Nation Council, relatives and honored guests, Yate Hashinat, the Neshike. First and foremost, I want to honor the sacred duties of our warriors, our veterans, and acknowledge the sacrifice of mothers and fathers who watched them depart. We honor the memories of our Navajo code talkers who have passed this year. Marine Private First Class Johnny Alford, Marine Corporal Joe Silversmith, and Marine Corporal Lloyd Oliver. They serve our country with great distinction and with valor. Good thoughts and prayers continue to strengthen their loved ones. We are working to do more for our veterans who have returned from the battlefield. In the next few weeks, I will host a Veteran Summit to gather the ideas and concern of our warriors, their spouse, and their military family. This will be the first step for improving the veteran program and making their issue a priority of the people. Our nation is proud of their service. We honor their memory today. The Navajo Code Talker Museum and Veteran Center has my support. I ask the Honorable Representative of the Navajo Nation Council to stand with me to complete this most worthy project. Wouldn't it be a great day for Mr. Chester Naz to witness the opening of this grand building, as he is the last Navajo Code Talker of the original 29 Navajo Code Talker who developed the Unbreakable Code in Camp Pendleton. Before I begin, allow me to introduce my wife of 46 years and our First Lady, Martha Shelly. I am grateful for her role in my life. And the nation stands alongside her. As we honor National Child Abuse Prevention Month, she is also continued to be an active volunteer, visiting elementary school to promote early childhood reading, and will soon join Let's Move initiative with United States First Lady Michelle Obama to promote healthier eating and bring awareness to child obesity. Martha's main goal is to promote harmony in our family and to encourage positive reinforcement of our children who need your love and support. As the first people of this great nation, we continue to find ourselves connected to Mother Earth, and we always return home. We always return because this is where we are from, the Nebuchadnezzar. Whether if we walk by foot, travel by road, or by spirit, we come back to the Navajo, knowing that we are all in this journey together. We have experienced great challenge and continue to restructure even today. It is times like these that test our resolve and our conviction to change our nation. And despite disagreement or great debate, the Navajo Nation is still the leader in Indian country because we choose to move forward as one people. I'm here to support that hope for the future is what our people speak of. Our people ask for positive change, a new direction in leadership. They seek government decentralization in Window Rock and calls for leaders who can come to their home to hear their concerns. Vice President Jim and I answered their call, and we were there to represent their voice. Our mother wants safer community and schools that are accountable. Our father wants more jobs, vocational training, opportunity. Grandfather wants access to boarding, to cleaner drinking water for their family, and open borders to graze their livestock. Grandmother asked for a return to the traditional way and for our young kids to have every opportunity to succeed in the classroom, and our young people request for innovative ways for our nation to invest into their future and a leadership skill that will assist them in completing college. Our community leader wants more local control and the rebuilding of our infrastructure. All across the nation, there is hope. We have been asked to rebuild and restructure a new government, a new Navajo government. To accomplish this great responsibility, it will take all of us. This includes the direct involvement of the people. No other time in our history had they spoke so loud for accountability and transparency. So as we review the Title II amendment, we had to move forward and support the concept that the governing body of our nation is the people. Vice President Jim and I have committed our support to carry out their requests. It is our responsibility to change how we conduct business here in Window Rock. I know the council has been working diligently in Title II work session. To formulate subcommittee, I strongly encourage the council to pass a committee structure that will allow the government to continue to provide service to our communities. It may need work, however. I am also committed to restructuring the executive branch and will work with you. As I promised in my first address, I created the Executive Branch Reorganizational Task Force and the SAS Executive Review Working Group to address cost containment and provide me with recommendation for creating a signature review process that is accountable. During my term, I envision a more customer-friendly government where our employees are empowered and where they go out of their way to help our grandmas and our grandpas and our relatives. Our attitude will change and the government will be more cooperative. Since January, our administration is holding our tribal employees accountable as we generate efficiencies. Last week, I sent a memo to executive branch employees directing a partial spending freeze and off-reservation travel restriction. This is necessary. It is only the first step to prepare for larger budget cut during this low economic time. This highlights my role as I continue to fight in Washington to protect funding for Navajo country. As you know, the federal government plans to cut $4 trillion over 12 years. So it would be an uphill battle as more programs that serves Native Nation are targeted for cuts. We depend so much on federal funding, but yet we use general fund to provide for our needs. I'm taking steps for the executive branch to spend within our means and to merge program and cut back the duplication of service. Hard decision will have to be made, and it's not going to be easy. Greater financial responsibility is our priority. I encourage the legislative and judicial branch to do the same. As we speak of accountability, it is also my plan to utilize technology to streamline process, create jobs, support, and administration that is transparent. We have the capability and talent to build a network that will thrust us into the technology age. The Navajo Nation received a $32 million grant through the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act by the United States Department of Commerce Broadband Technology Opportunity Program. $3.7 million have been spent to date, with 75% of the project to be completed by March 2012. We are overseeing the joint venture of NTUA, a ComNet, creating NTUA Wireless. Family will be connected to the World Wide Web. The Shelly administration will continue to advance and utilizing technology to promote greater efficiencies in our government. We are moving forward with community development with the formation of the Navajo Nation Comprehensive Energy Policy, which will be completed by the summer council session. To ensure due diligence when observing potential energy endeavor, I have created the Energy Advisory Committee. On that note, we will receive $7 million in lease payment, starting this summer, and $65 million annually in tax as a result of the approval of the APS lease extension for the Four Corner Power Plant. This decision has protected over 700 Navajo jobs and the livelihood of hundreds of families. Our energy portfolio will place emphasis on greener technology like wind and solar initiative as well. Through our attendance as President and Vice President, our concentration will be the strengthening of the livelihood of our Navajo working class. This includes 3 focus areas: the development of our internal infrastructure conceptions of a business-friendly environment, and establishing global partnership. We will continue to strive to build our nation highway and roads and connect new water line, large water development system, and utilizing a utility. In addition, Vice President Jim and I have reached out to the nation of Japan and China. There is potential there, as the Asian country build high-tech railroad, airplanes, and have become the new economy of the world. The leaders of these countries are interested in the prospect of the Navajo Nation economic relationship. We have much to offer the global marketplace. Let's do business with them. The community of the Upper Fruitland, New Mexico, and Loop, Arizona are excited to welcome the business opportunity the Northern Edge Navajo Casino, the Twin Arrows Navajo Casino and Resort will provide their local economy. Working together, we have created over 2,600 construction jobs, 1,200 permanent jobs, and will employ over 90% of our Navajo to operate them. Last month, a Navajo delegation and I traveled to New York City to represent our nation for bond rating grade assignment. Our economic potential is great, and I am proud to report that the Navajo Nation received an A grade rating. This assessment will allow us to engage in bond financing opportunity. Interest rate will go down, building can be constructed at a lower cost, and Navajo money will stretch further. This is the economic prosperity I continue to talk about. Government cannot solve all our problems. It can only help create a better quality of life. Our role is to help create a more business-friendly environment. It is not a government's business to run business. The Navajo Nation is about pioneering new ideas and with a strong and healthier people surrounded by rich and life-giving land. We will continue to thrust a great nation into prosperous time. Hard decisions have to be made, and our people seek confidence in our government and their government. We will restore harmony, and I cannot do this alone. As your president, I'm asking you to help me lead our nation. The Navajo spirit that has sustained us life on and you, the people. I'd like to also say we had a public hearing with the business people. I'm very proud to say the business people have created a newly established first ever Navajo Chambers of Commerce. This group formation is the result of the Navajo President's Business Roundtable last week. Can you stand up, the business people that help form the commercial department? There they are behind you. Let us reclaim our role as the leaders in the innovative thinking and embrace the new resolve. The prosperity of the Navajo Nation is what we see today. Thank you very much.